What's up, y'all? It's been a long time since I made a video. A lot of things have changed. First off, ended up selling the square body. Got a number that I am very pleased with out of the truck. Ended up building this new 30 by 40 by 12 foot tall pole barn. Got a lift. I got this truck I'm working on for a guy to the transmission rebuild, but we got a new build, which is this 05 V6 Mustang. This car came in with the stock V6 and a turbo, and it was a pretty little peppy car. Had built rear end. It was built by Blue Collar Performance up in Michigan. Has all the aftermarket stuff, bolting the rear end, you know, the lower control arms, the sway bar, all that aftermarket stuff in the back. Has a 4-point cage. Hold on, I gotta turn that heater off. And then, so what we're doing with this car is he bought a crate 408 stroker, and then originally it was supposed to be a 5.3 that he had and a S400 body VS Racing turbo. Well, when we opened the 5.3 up, it ended up being a 4.8, and it was supposed to have custom ground cam in it, and it had nothing done to the motor. So, and this dude's wanting to run like 150s, you know. He's wanting to have an 8-second car, so it's not going to be no like 8s for 8s. He's going to have like 30 grand in this car when it's all done. It's got a roll cage in it, racing seats, all that good stuff. He bought a Power Glide, brand new Power Glide with a trans brake. Got the bump shifter with the electric solenoid to shift it for him. He's looking for a set of heads now. He's going to buy a set of Bronx heads for the 408 stroker that he bought for it. But they were like 12 weeks out. So he's on the hunt for a set of CNC ported heads right now. We got the K-member in. I'll show you guys. So we got the K-member in. It's got the aftermarket sway bar. We are going to do a see how it was already cut off in the intercooler. That was all with the V6 set up. We got the AGI cross member that'll fit any motor. Came with the LS motor mounts. I'll run the lift up and show you guys. A little loud. Definitely missed the truck, but it was my garage was getting a little small. Alright, so we got the AGE K-member. We got the control arms today. It's got, you know, hind joint, ball joints, adjustable coilovers. It's a little dark up there, ain't it? Let me grab a flashlight. I don't know where it's at. There it is. Alright. So it's got, you know, adjustable coilovers that also have the adjustment up in the top. Line lock on it. I got a hook up. It's built with it's a built 8.8 with 31 spline axles. Got all the adjustable struts and whatnot. We're going to cut the spare tire hole out on it, and we're going to do the radiator rear mounted and a fuel cell above it. mean, because it's starting to pick up some rust in it. So we're just going to blow that out. And I got all this aluminum we're going to put in it. Holley Terminator X setup. Show you guys the shop real quick. Look at all that. Sold my baby to get, you know, a bigger shop. But I built this myself. So that's why you haven't seen me in a while. We got here, this is the crate motor. Open this bad boy up. 408 stroker. I can't remember who he said built the motor for him. There's a stroker. It has manly rod, manly crank, high compression pistons. See if I can get the camera up in there. I mean, it's going to be and then the beauty, the big boy. Look at that turbo. He's looking for like 1,500 horsepower out of this build. This is the big, oh crap. If you haven't seen one of these turbos, I mean, they're pretty freaking big. Look at my feet. Look at that turbine. It's all V-band. It's a pretty awesome turbo from VS Racing. It's gonna, I mean, look at it compared to this 5-gallon kerosene jug. It's like the same freaking height, almost. I mean, that tells you how big this freaking turbo is. And then we got Holley pan, which, I mean, that wasn't necessary. He had a truck in it that would work just fine. Custom ground BTR camshaft. We told him to set up. The guys over at BTR ground us a cam. It has a valve lift of 618, 234, 239 duration, and a lobe separation of 115 plus 5. And we're going to add probably another 1 or 2 degrees to it. And then this is just the Holley swap pan. So originally in there, here's the brand new power glide. But this is the 5.3 that we had that was in the Monty that we were going to build, and then he ended up changing his mind. I mean, they had some ITC billet stuff on here, and then this Jegs intake, but I mean, they had this nice, we'll end up reusing this probably if we don't go to 105. But the trans is brand new from Jegs. It's supposed to be rated for like 1,500 horsepower with a brake. We got the Hooker Blackheart turbo manifolds that came with that 4.8. We'll probably end up running, the plan is to run them, but the outlet on those is 3-inch, and the inlet on the turbo I believe to be 3.5 or 4-inch. It's a lot bigger. So I don't know, we might have to change up to like a 2-into-1 setup. But yeah, I figured I would make you guys a little starter video on, since I haven't seen you guys in a while. Haven't really made a video in a minute, but the new shop, the plan is to only be doing LS stuff. LS motor builds, LS swaps, turbos, but LS only. And this right here was a favor I did for a guy. talked me into it. I didn't want to do it, but I'm doing it. And I also ended up picking up a 2013 Caprice PPV with a 6-liter in it. It's pretty much LS2 bottom end with a LS3 heads and intake. And it's a pretty nice car. I'll have to show it to you guys. It's my baby now. The GTO's gone. The truck's gone. Yeah. But I gotta get a rear cover, timing chain set, some little odds and ends to start putting that motor together. And once that stuff comes in, I'm gonna start shooting videos on the build. Planning on buying some new fancy tools and stuff that didn't have room for in the other garage. I got a square body that I'm getting ready to do for a guy as well. I just gotta get this truck out of my way and go pick it up. But other than that, y'all, I'll see you on the next one, and yeah, till next time, y'all.